What up, YouTube? Well, this week I'm still waiting for some electrical stuff to come in, the air conditioner for the roof and a fantastic fan, so we'll have to push that off a little bit. But I decided, since I'm waiting for that stuff, I would explore where the old wet bath was. The wood looked like it was in pretty good shape, but I just had this feeling that I should check out the structure, the frame underneath, and unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to learn how to weld. Oh man. So, as anyone that tackles an Airstream project knows, it's full of surprises, but it's a good life lesson in terms of, learning new trades and new skills. And it's exciting because I'll get to continue to push myself, but it's a little disheartening. I ripped up the floor and I'll show you in a second, but there's definitely going to need to be some structural work done in the back, at least. I think the rest of it is in pretty good shape. Between the wet bath, and Airstreams are notorious for the way the back is made, just letting water kind of creep in underneath the wood and in the frame itself. So let's go check out what I've done so far, and then we got some more work to do for discovery before we figure out what all we need to do. Okay, so here is the back of the Airstream. Like I said, this was a wet bath, and you can see there's quite a bit of rust and corrosion. So we're gonna have to probably replace at least this guy here. Some of this piece of the frame looks like I just need to take the rust off and kind of treat it, but I'm pretty sure this outrigger that was sitting underneath the hot water heater will need to be replaced. And then if we go over here, this side is, I'll have to clean it up a little bit more and get some of this wood out so I can show you better, but this guy is in not such great shape. The other interesting part of this Airstream is, I can't remember what it's called. I'd read about these before, but it didn't have a gray tank or a black tank. So is kind of strange. It did have a freshwater tank that I took out a few weeks ago. I'll link to that video right now if you want to check that out. So this was the sink and the shower in the wet bath, and then the toilet was sitting right here, and you can see it all fed through these pipes and went out to like a main drain that hooked to the city, right? Or like a camp trailer camping hookup. And then this was the vent pipe, and then the sink and everything actually ran through some walls into this same area to go out as well. So it's a little weird not having a gray tank, but the good news is there's plenty of room in this bay to add a gray tank. And then I think I'm actually going to put the freshwater tank back where it was, so it's easily accessible. And then there will be no black tank in this remodel since we're going to do a composting toilet. So now I'm going to start removing all of the pipes and the debris, this great pink insulation here, and clean everything up. And then we're going to have to grind down the frame and see what kind of shape it's in. So I cleared out all of the insulation, got, vacuumed off all of the frame and everything, and I was debating whether or not to take the belly pan off, and I decided it'd probably be a good idea. So I wasn't meaning to at the moment, but I fell through the belly pan, which is kind of funny. But after some further investigation, it's very isolated to this back area. So let's see if I can show you. All right, so I still need to, scrub down all the rust off to see what all needs to be replaced, but it definitely has some water damage. You can see this back piece is almost completely gone. So definitely need to replace that section. And then I think some of this is savable, but we'll probably need to replace this section as well. But the good news, and why I'm down here, is this is all in really good shape. So I don't know if you can see all the way down there, but I kind of crawled underneath and it looks really good from here. There is one spot in the front of the Airstream. Sorry, it's just a crazy mess, but that hole where the old kitchen was and stuff is another access point. I'm gonna have to replace some wood around there anyway because that big hole. So I'll do some more investigation up there, but today I'm gonna focus on this and try to do my best to just kind of sand it down. To do that, I got this guy, an angle grinder and a wire brush. I've never used an angle grinder before, but I got my long sleeve shirt on, wear some gloves, safety goggles, and obviously some ear protection, and a mask again, because this stuff is proving to be pretty nasty. So let's get to grinding. Okay, so I've made some progress on grinding down the metal here, and there is quite a bit left on these main rails on both sides. But I think I'm gonna pause here, do some research on how to fix this, and maybe contact some shops around town to see if I can get some consultation or help making sure this structure is going to be secure. You can see down here that the bottom is pretty decent. Like, I can grind all this rust off here, and I think we're in pretty good shape on the bottom of this guy. But obviously the one in the back is in not great shape, and then I'll have to reinforce this guy somehow. So I'm going to do a little research, and we'll wrap up this video in a bit. All right, so it's been a few days here. I've been in contact with a few different shops in the area. I'm trying my best to kind of gauge the situation and figure out if I can do it myself, or how much it would cost to hire someone. It does seem pretty localized after a little bit more research, and my dad actually has quite a bit of experience around welding, and so hopped on a video call with him, and he seems to be pretty confident that it's repairable as well. So I'm definitely going to get an in-person consultation in the next couple of weeks. So I'll probably have to just pause on that part of the Airstream, and luckily I just got in the fantastic fan that I can install and some other electrical stuff, so this next week we'll be working on that. But hey, you know what? I would love for you guys to continue on this journey with me. If you have enjoyed this content so far, please subscribe and smash that like button down in the below. I also linked to all my safety equipment that I was wearing, the glasses, the mask, as well as the grinder that I picked up to use in the back. So feel free to reach out with any comments, questions that you have so far. I'm gonna keep rolling, but continue doing some research on that structural issue in the back in the meantime. So hope you guys join me next week for some more work on the Airstream, and in the meantime, enjoy your week.